Sexual assault or rape is assumed under sexual assault as a type of sexual assault, but both terms are used interchangeably. Rape is a sexual penetration, including oral, vaginal, or anal, of an individual by an object against the victim's will. That object can be a sexual organ, a finger, tongue, or any other object. Rape is a basic weapon of force and control, or power and violence, usually over women. Types of rape include stranger, acquaintance, date, and marital. Date rape is a type of acquaintance rape that occurs during a relationship. Use of coercion, force, or drugs are prominent. Most popular date rape drugs include alcohol, ketamine, GHB, and Rufinol. Marital rape may occur more than stranger rape. Anal intercourse is recorded as the more likely type of rape. Estimates are up to half of married women may be victims of unwanted sex with their partner. Very underestimated because sex is still seen as a duty of a spouse. There are 3 types: force only, battering, sadistic, and obsessive. Statutory rape is non-forcible sexual intercourse with a person who is under the statutory age of consent. Mostly happens to females, mostly between the ages of 14 and 15. Less than 20% of offenders are also juveniles. It is mostly done by acquaintances. Age difference between the victim of the offender is usually 9 years for females and 6 years for males. Now I'd like to talk about intimate partner violence. It's another very important topic, and it's also known as simply IPV. IPV is violence against an individual by a current or former spouse, cohabitant, or intimate partner. It is gender neutral and it applies to the same-sex couples. The vast majority of victims are women who are also more likely to encounter a greater amount of harm as the victim. IPV is one of the most frequent types of victimization and still one of the most hidden. There are 4 types of abuse: physical, sexual, psychological, emotional, and destructive. Domestic homicide is the most prevalent type of homicide for women. In fact, in 2005, 1,181 females and 329 males died at the hands of an intimate partner. There are warning signs that everyone should be aware of. They include such things as the couple currently being separated, a history of domestic violence or controlling or jealous behavior, the partner is suicidal or feels hopelessness, stalking has occurred, or the partner may be abusing drugs or alcohol. Theories of intimate partner violence include the general systems theory, the resource theory, the exchange and social control theory, the subculture of violence theory, the feminist perspective, and learned helplessness. Intimate partner violence is a cycle. It includes phases of battering. First, tension builds. Second, there is an acute battering incident. It may be verbal, physical, or sexual. Finally, the honeymoon phase is when the offender apologizes, justifies their behavior, and blames the victim for the offense. The victim usually forgives the offender, and the cycle continues. Another important issue includes stalking, which is repeated conduct which places a person or his or her family in reasonable fear of harm. A newer form of abuse is called cyberstalking. It includes receiving threats via email, instant message or chat, impersonation, accessing personal information, or using tracking software to monitor actions. There are 3 types of stalkers. They include domestic violence stalkers, erotomania, delusional stalkers, and nuisance stalkers. Finally, I'd like to talk about child abuse. Children are the most innocent victims in our society. Children are victims of mistreatment, abused, neglected, physically and sexually assaulted by family members and strangers. Shaken baby syndrome is the leading cause of abuse in infants. This happens in the home and during childcare. Sibling violence is reported to be the common type of family violence. Internet crimes are on the rise. Children are being bullied on social pages that is emotionally damaging. There are now many more children with access to the internet. Our children are our most precious resource, and we need to protect them the best we can. Laws have been passed to help protect children, but they are laws that are being broken every day, just like intimate partner violence isn't being taken care of and sexual victims remain victims.